All right. Well, what? Well, we're waiting for you. We can't start the war till you get here, so we're ready to go now.
I shared a document, so 3 minutes ago.
Oh, all right.
It's just
Oh, all right. Okay. Welcome to the Rockwell Collins Amateur Radio Club meeting for July. Next one will be in October. We will have a meeting in September as kind of a sign up, which we normally have. That will be announced. So at first, let's go around and introduce everybody that's here. I'm Charlie, KC0CD.
Daniel, 0XZK.
Irv, W0FDX.
Tim, W8KSC.
Dave, W0IM.
Mike, AC0PB. Christopher, KC0YW. Jeremy, KE0ENB. Alan, WB0OAB.
Al, KA0IES.
Larry, AB0QS.
Joe, AA0KW.
Greg, KC0SCAN.
Dennis, KC0PON. Barry, K0ILU.
Steve, NA0IA.
Ron, TX91.
Brian, KA0YSQ.
Bill, N0LNO.
Bob, WN68.
Barry, W0IY.
Joe, WB0IFL. And Vince, N2AIE.
All right, good. Tonight, we're going to have a report from Brian. How much money do we have nowadays?
I just put it back. Bill, what did you just write down?
How did you count bodies? 1196.20.
1196.
11,796.20.
Oh, well, that's very, very good. All right. One comment about the retiree list. I'm going to update that this next week, and I have 2 names to go on it. And if you are retired and you want to put your name on the list, or you know somebody that should or could, whatever, send me the application at Rockwell, and I will get it on the list, because it takes a while for it to crank through security and get sent to the doors. There's only 2. You can come in at 105 on the southwest entrance, or entrance 1 at main plant. You will get a restricted badge that allows you to walk through the plant unescorted. So don't be going into people's office or talking to people that are not specifically involved with the ham radio station, because, you know, we want to keep low profile and don't get people in trouble for quacking at us. So that's the deal with that. And let me know. So new business, what can be done around the stations? Would somebody poke the space bar back there? Go to the next slide. Let's see what we have here. The North Station, Whisper is up and running. Yeah, sometime it shuts itself down. I haven't figured out whether it's an overheat problem or whatever. All the radios are up and running. All the antennas are up. Come by and use the station. Next. We have some replacement for some of the UHF, VHF antennas that Steve Jones purchased. There is another stack of HF80s, 1 rack full, that I think we can get another HF80 going, you know, 1K out. And one of the problem with the D-Star is the internet interconnection between the station and the tower, the 300-foot tower, hits the edge of the building, so it doesn't work very good. So we need to push that up a little bit, and if we get somebody to work with that, that'd be great. Remoting the station and continuous, and there's some other things to fool with. Dave's been working on the power distribution. Next. Okay.
Here.
Yes.
So, working with the county gallery, I'll let everyone know when we get with the last time we met, I had an approximate cost, and so now I'm going to submit it all and get the final cost to everyone, so everybody knows what the final cost is going to be for the shirts. I have transcribed from AM radio operator 10.0 font, scribbling to type, so make sure I got this right. A couple of people had to go to QRZ and verify and get the calls right, but I think I got everything straight here. A little bit of a snafu on that one, so I've got this week, I'm gonna call them up and get everything locked down. And I saved all of my prior correspondence, the shirt styles and everything like that, in my folder on Google Mail that gets dumped every 3 to 6 months. So it's another 10-minute phone call. I'm going to restore it. It's not going to be a big deal. I'll take care of that tomorrow. So next, on that one.
All right. Yeah. Hit by Google. There you go. Okay, we have a main plant, as he will list here in a moment. We've got a bunch of stuff to get done. The log periodic rotor is not back. I talked to Lawrence 2 weeks ago, and they're considering bringing it all back here because the company down in Texas, or wherever it is, has been sitting on it, and they're wanting a terrible amount of money to rebuild the rotor, which has got some strip gears or something and whatever. And so they're thinking that the company out here in Marion said, hey, we'll machine those out for you, no problem. So he may bring it back. But that hasn't happened. We would like to be able to tailgate, be ready to go as soon as he says they're going to get Tri-State in to put that back up. Because we got a bid from Tri-State, and it's right at about $4,000. If we call them and say, okay, come in this Saturday and put the thing up, can't do it during the week because you got people walking back and forth, and you drop a wrench and bop somebody on the head, it just kind of ruin your whole day. Yes?
I was going to say, I've whittled this down to the must-haves for the lift, for the
Okay.
be the feed lines. So I'm going to buy everything pre-assembled except for one for our heliacs. And so what I'm up there I have listed as a need is if we have a resident expert on installing heliacs connectors, I can get the connectors. We've got the heliacs. Someone who's pretty decent at putting them on good.
Yes. So if you know anybody that has the lore to install heliacs connectors.
If not, I've got nice vice grips.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good. Okay, so the idea is we get together every Wednesday at 4:30 for as long as you can, stay and discuss what needs to be done, plan it out, and people make commitments to do things on the weekend, or we make connections right there also, as needed. Okay, we're buying LMR 400. We need, we talked about UHF. We have low noise amps go on the tower for 2 meters and 440. And and they're supposed to be 0.9 dB insertion loss, that's pretty good. And we got 140 foot of coax coming to the station. But we should be able to help on the roving. And, okay. So, that's the plant. Next. Okay, this is this.
Summary of all.
Okay, give us a rundown on what all this is.
Yeah. So what this turns out to be, originally we were going to buy the bulk coax and get the quotes for that, buy the bulk connectors, but now for a variety of reasons, I think we're just going to purchase pre-assembled for the LMR 400. So all of this stuff up here is just basically a simple buy, not make. For expediency purposes, like I said, the only thing left on here that we would need to make ourselves to be able to cut down and assemble the heliacs. I'm also open to suggestions on the step-by-step how we get the heliacs from the roof of the building up the tower and lift it up. So I've never done it before.
Takes a really big arc because it's very heavy.
On someone else's property.
Okay,
That's
next.
it.
Okay,
Restoration project, update on that one is that up until now I've been commenting on how we've been trying to get power out of the exciter, which we've now found the root cause, which are a whole bunch of corroded wafer switches. Now Mr. Bloxham was so kind as to give us some replacements. Now a little caveat, that's what I have up there. It says the trick is that they're indexed one switch off. So it's a matter of taking the rod, and the new ones, these new replacements fit on, take all the connections, unsolder from the old wafer switch, take all the connections like that and resolder them. So you just be off one. It's doable, it just takes some time to get it up and going.
wow.
But between that and the fact that we have a bunch of 3.7 megahertz crystal packs that can verify that they're good, once Jules gets done with installing the new wafer switches, we have high hopes of having some power out and the lights there.
3,000.
And if anyone wants to help out, Jim Jones is our ringleader on that one. Give him a call. And Wednesdays at noon, we always have someone over there at a bare minimum next to the museum in Building 120.
Good. Next. Look. Bam.
Estate sale.
Oh, the estate sale. Yes, we have some of the Steve Jones estate sale here to be passed around. And
I've got 5 copies of it. If you didn't get it on email, put your hand up, grab a copy. There's plenty more. You can make them if you want to. There's pretty reasonable hardware in there.
okay, you're on. You have what I sent to you? The 10 meg thing?
No. 10. Anybody
10
else
meg
have
that I
anything
emailed to you.
Send it to N2AIE.
my presentation?
No, mine.
Okay.
The ancient
We
one.
also
The
have
talking about old radios?
I didn't, I thought that was mine.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
Side as well.
You have something else that you,
It's something I sent to you at about 3 o'clock today.
why can we not connect?
You should be able to. It's here. Google.
I didn't know that was something different, Charlie.
Oh,
I thought it was just my presentation. This one?
yeah.
This one you need again?
Yeah. Just, it's got the same front end on it, but it's just a different back end. So
Okay, what
you
is
can
it?
just,
Okay, it's 10 meg.
when you get done, we'll go down to the bottom, to the bottom, to the bottom, keep on going. Back up. There. We'll switch to that spreadsheet when you're done.
Oh, you're gonna do this after me?
Yeah, if you don't use all the time, you said, well, I don't have enough to fill the whole time,
okay.
so I threw this together.
Okay.
If you use the whole time, good.
Well, am I next then?
You're next. You're on.
Okay. Now I understand.
So if you can't fill the next hour, then I'll bring that up, and we'll blow through it. Oh, here. Yeah,
What do I have to wear that for?
because he's recording it.
Talented at just writing her, making sure people don't wander off from the group of about 25 as far as explaining the history of Rockwell columns and some of the equipment, some of the things on exhibit at the museum, and I'm not that knowledgeable. So if anybody is inclined to be an historian, try to explain some of the things on exhibit at the museum for the 25 members of the Columns Collectors Association that will be there that Sunday afternoon. I'm not sure what, I know it starts at about 2 o'clock, but I'm not sure how long they will be there, maybe 2 hours is my guess.
Who's setting up the schedule for, is that
James Jones, you need to contact Jim. If you're interested in offering, be a volunteer to help show off the equipment, show off the exhibits. I just don't want to be overtaxed, just making sure people don't wander off where they shouldn't be while they're there. And you got a group of 25, and they figure this is their only chance to see the building. Some may be tempted to wander off.
Okay, so this is just a one group entity?
One group,
There's not multiple groups coming through?
Not that I'm aware
Okay,
of.
okay, I didn't know if it was the all day, we need to shuttle people there.
No,
This
the
is a
plan,
one shot.
right now, the plan is, because there's normally not a guard at the 120 building, they actually have to meet at 105 and get their badges, and then go over to the museum, do the tour.
Okay, anything else? Should I go? Okay, give me the next slide. We're gonna do lessons learned, but one of the things I thought was interesting is that somebody said this quote to me: "The past is where the lessons are learned. The future is where you apply the lessons. Don't give up in the middle." Kind of appropriate for field day, because field day, I don't think you're totally ever prepared for field day. but I don't think you're totally never not prepared for field day, because there's so many people here with so much stuff. I think we could pull off field day right now by just driving to some field, and we would be able to pull it off, okay? I think all of us have some field day prep in us. Whatever little bit it is, we have some. Okay, next slide. So I'm just going to go over some of the agenda was goals and objectives of field day. What do you do? What do we plan? Some golden moments, some technical promotion, and some of the aspects of social aspects. And then I wanted to go around the room a little bit. Okay, next slide. So field day's objectives are pretty weak from the ARRL. They basically, I think they want us to get out and do emergency preparedness and get as many stations as we feel comfortable on the air. Nobody usually does what we just did. You know, this is a unique thing. You know, most stations are the number one. If you look at the statistics in the field day reports, the 2A, 3A, 1A are typically the largest number of people doing field day. If after it gets above 6, it starts to drop off really quickly. And when you see 19, 18, 16, 12, there's typically only probably 4 or 3 stations doing that kind of numbers in those areas. So you don't see what we just did as a normal thing. So the thing is it a contest or an event? You know, it's a lot of people are going to say that it's, I'm going to hold my opinion. Okay, next slide. So field day to me was remembering my roots in ham radio. I think, I'll be honest, there's a couple of you that I shared my first field day with, Brian, Bill, Ron, Joe. We were out at Al, out at the farm, and that was my first field day. Brian invited me to come and do this wild thing. I didn't know what to expect, but it was kind of interesting and kind of intriguing to me, and that was my kind of my